All right, hello. How's everybody doing? So back in Derail Valley here. All right, so just finishing up a job here. Oh, that's Citrus. Hello, Citrus. How are you? So I gotta see what's wrong with this order. I screwed something up. I was trying to quickly get this done while I was setting up the video, and that was taking forever. Let's see. What is up with this? Okay, I have to pay the fee. All right, so I damaged something, so I have to pay that. All right, that makes sense. I've never damaged anything before, so not sure. There we go. What the hell? Oh, it stuck a bunch. It's having a little bit of a hiccup here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I paid the damage. Let's see. This one's worth a lot of money. I don't want to lose this one. In progress. What the hell's wrong with it? Well done. No damage was made. Okay. The hell? Move cars. G6S, I'm over there. Unless I put it in the wrong track. I doubt it, though. Pretty sure I put it on G6S. 7S. Balls. I did put it on the wrong track. Ah! That sucks. I wasn't going to get the time bonus on this one anyway, but it does suck that I put it on the wrong track. This was a pain in the ass, this one. I hooked the two that I brought in here together so that I could shunt them and unload them. And it was such a long... It was so long, I literally did this one like 3 friggin' times. And the problem was that the very back of the train was one car that had to go over here. Like 11 cars went somewhere else and one car came here and it was in the back. So it was a pain in the ass to get it off and then move it over here separate. So no surprise I screwed it up. But that is just move over one track. I misread it. I came in on this side, misread it, and then I made a mistake on this side. So. Alright, let's go. Get that on the correct track. Okay. Now we should be able to go get this. Not going to get time bonus on this one. I really should have made sure I got time bonus on this one, but not going to get it anyway, so I might as well just get it in there. I don't know when I damaged one of the cars. So we'll go turn this one in. Come on. This is a neat feature, the ability to quickly tap F and get moving. You know, I was talking today during the Stormwork stream that, you know, it'd be a cool feature to add, but you can't really add that to a multiplayer game. It just further would make it... Yeah, I wasn't that far off either. It would just make it further, you know, a problem for multiplayer. You kind of have to not do that sort of quick moving stuff. See what a wallet looks like. 252,000, so pretty good money right now. We can't get any lights till I pay all the fees. I'd have to load up, fill up these vehicles, but pretty good on that stuff. Let's go ahead and check. Let's see what we have for Jobums here. Let's see. I think I got Hazmat 1. I don't think I bought Hazmat 2 yet. I want Hazmat 2 yet, so we'll see if there's any Hazmat 2 job here. I might go grab it real quick. That's a shunting job. That's not a lot of money. I'd like to go somewhere new. I have not been anywhere new in a little bit, so that'd be kind of cool. What's that? Freight haul, the steel mill. We know the steel mill well. Goods factory in town. We know goods factory in town well. Goods factory in town. We know thee well. Let's see. I don't want to shunt anymore. Get the hell out of here. The cool thing here is if you look, it says, so these are inbounds. So it says it came from Goods Factory Town to Harbor Town. Let's see if I can find a shunting that's a fill. So here's Harbor and Town to Steel Mill. So say we needed an additional load going to Steel Mill. We'd want to complete the shunting prior. That way we'd have an extra load that's going to the steel mill. So it would be taking 5 empties, loading them up with scrap metal, and then we would be able to take it with us. So stuff like that lets us kind of, you know, pre-dispatch ourselves to a certain extent. City Southwest I'd like to go to, so let's see. City Southwest, let's look at that. I would say that's City Southwest right there. That'll be a new route, too, we could take. That'll be interesting. What's SW? Sawmill. Okay, SW Sawmill, that's City Southwest. OWC. Oil Well Central. Okay. Military base, too. Where's that? MB is military base, so that's up way the hell up there. We do not have the military unlocked, but it's interesting to look at. There's Oil Well Central. We have not been there either. That's a logistics. We do have Hazmat 1, though, so that is cool. So, like, this here is an inbound. That is Food Factory. We've been to Food Factory. City Southwest. Here's one. This one's good money, but we need Hazmat 2. We do not have Hazmat 2. I could buy Hazmat 2. So let's keep that in mind. Let's actually take this one and load that one on the ground with this one. You know what we'll do? Put them on the desk here. This is what I did last time. I like this. Keep them organized. Know what the hell I'm doing here. Especially if I'm doing multiples. It's good to load them up. How's your night going there, Citrus? Let's see. Steel mill, food factory, machine factory in town. Here's the City Southwest. Gotta keep an eye on these weights too. Hazmat 2. We're gonna probably. I'm gonna go probably fill up, fix and fill up the old Johnny, and then we can go do this. 'Cause I want to go somewhere different. You can go right here. Goods factory in town. All right, so I think we'll go City Southwest. That's a good set there. Let's check the weight. So we have 401. Oh, Jesus. 401 and 308. That's 700 and an additional 33 and change on there. So we're under 800 tons. So that should be pretty good. That's, what's that? 9. That's 9. 12, 19 cars. That's not too bad. So let's go, and we will repair and fill up our locos, and we'll take those to City Southwest. Okay. Looks like the rain's coming in, so we should be good. We're not overweight. Oh, you finished your shunting mission? Nice, nice, nice. Excellent. Went for a lovely walk. I've been missing that. It snowed recently, too, which kind of ruined that. There. So I'm really liking the DH4. You watched the Stormark stream today, which I know Citrus did. Built the DE2 on the stream. I didn't finish it, you know, but got quite a bit of progress done. The shell's done, the internals. I'm completely redoing my train systems for Stormworks, and so I'm going to have airlines for brakes. What do we? Just got to beep up. Yeah, oil's getting low. Yeah, we just got. You know, so I'm going to redo my train systems, and we're going to have air brakes. So we'll have to pump air pressure through. I'm thinking how I want to do it. So kind of, if you look at the way the system works here, is we have, this is how much pressure is in the system, the gray needle. That's essentially how much pressure is going to the brakes. And so this is at 0, so the brakes are off. If it was up, they'd be on. And then this shows you how much air pressure you have, because often in these air brake systems, you need air pressure to release the brakes. They're fail-safe, so if you lose air pressure, if I cut my airline, if an airline popped off, the brakes would come on in a safe situation. That's how it works in tractor trailers as well. The brakes are fail-safe. That's what fail-safe means, is they come on in the safe position if they fail. And so that's same thing with tractor trailers. You know, it's important, especially heavy operations, you have a fail-safe system like that. So what I was thinking of doing in Stormworks is the air would pump into the independent cars and it would fill a tank. And then that would be your reservoir, so that would be this. And the system would be essentially all pumped up and you would get that. And then you would have another system that would, so then you'd have a separate tank. And when you wanted to add brakes, what it would do is it would pump air into the brake tank, which would simulate the air cans on the braking system. And so the air would go from your reservoir into the air can, essentially, and that would apply your brakes. The higher the air pressure in your air can, the higher the brake pressure would be. And so it would take the pressure, and whatever the cap pressure, 60 atmospheres, would be maximum braking. 0 would be 0, of course, and anywhere in between. And then what would happen is when you release the brake lever, what it would do is it would vent the brake tank. So it would close the supply tank and it would vent the full tank. And so that way you'd always have to worry about pumping air and pressurizing and having a compressor running and all sorts of cool stuff like that. I think it would be a cool way to make it work. I'm trying to make it realistic, or as realistic as I can in Stormworks with what we have. Alright, so we'll clean this loco up, get this all filled and repaired and ready. And then we'll go pre-stage those loads because I want the time bonuses on them. So we'll pre-stage those loads. Well, before that, we have to get hazmat too. So one of the reasons I'm bringing this in for repairs and service is it needs it, but also because I need that done before I can get hazmat too. So. That is the DE6 right there. That's cool. And we're getting some rain, so I'm glad we're not going out at full weight. Can I reach the front diesel? I tried to park in the center here, so we'll see if I can reach it. Ah, nope. Too far. Can't grab it. There we go. What is this? What did this say? Ready for manual service. All right. And we'll back up for the other one. I want to make that video for Stormworks about hydraulics and pneumatics. I saw that 454 put out a video about inflatables. Be nice to get a video out. Good to get people theory crafting too and stuff they want. Go. This one needed a lot of oil. This is the one I've been running for a while, so. Alright, good. That should be good. Let's see. Grab this. All right, nice, nice, nice. All right, beauteous. All right, we're good to go here. Let's go ahead and go get those jobs moving. I didn't grab them, did I? I did not. Okay. All right, so what are we grabbing? We're grabbing a bunch of liquid cars. I think it was gasoline, diesel, and we're grabbing some empties. So I gotta stage all these up and try to count them out and find the sets that I need. Yes, the Derail Valley hours. Gonna get my walk in today, though. Weather's been prohibiting that late at night, so it's good to get that in. Thank you guys for watching on Twitch as well. That's been helping me out trying to get affiliate on that. Alright, so we're pretty set here, and we'll go by the little housey there, and we'll start grabbing loads. So I'm gonna park right up here because I'm not sure if E-track is likely where all the live loads are. The empties, I think, they might be down there on 1S. They also could be on 6S in the G lot. So keep an eye on that because they could be either of those places there. I'm trying to get motivated to play Tarkov too, but I'm just not. So it's take a good break from Tarkov. People I usually play with are not around. So. Good time to take a break. All right, so let's see what we have here. So we want to grab, so this one is that a 9-banger? That's a 9 diesel gasoline. That's has 2. Let's get has 2 first. We need that. Let's see. Fees. Firm. What is that one? It just literally, I don't know why it's doing that to me. Okay. It has 2. D6 200 grand. All right, good. So we've got hazmat 2. Yay. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll put that away. What is this one? What is this one? Oh, that's an old one. That's old. That can go. So what the hell is that? That's the receipt. That can go. All right, this is the this is one of them. So this is the diesel gas. I would assume that's on the G line. And then this one here is also, this is gasoline. This is probably also over on E. All right. And then we want this one too. This is a 3, oh shit. This one we might not take. This is a set of 3 cars. Let's not take this one. This one's got a good chance of being a pain in the ass. This one could be on 6S and could be in the back. It could also be over here and be in the back. So I'm not pulling shit that's all the way in the back. Not worth it. For 5 grand. You know, it'd be 7 grand with the time bonus, but it's not worth it. Turned on the handbrakes are both on because I did service. Make sure this one's off. Those are both on, okay. You good still? Yeah, we're good still there, alright. Alright, so I'm thinking that we're up off this track here for these. Alright, so we're looking for a set of 9 and a set of 7. Okay, a set of 9, a set of 7. So we got to set up big set of tankers over here. And that one might be it there. So we're just going to kind of guess here. So they're pretty close. They're only two cars different. That goes to the left, that goes to the left, that goes right. Pull in there, and we'll check the load. Get the speed down here, and I can go check loads here. All right, so one of them is this one here. Let's see. This one is just gasoline. This one is diesel and gasoline. So let's see. This one is gasoline 1, 2. Gasoline 3. Gasoline 4. Gasoline 5. Diesel 6. Diesel 7. Diesel 8. Diesel 9. Diesel. All right, so this one is the first one here. That is this one. That one's that one right there. And then this one here is likely this. What do we have there? A 4-banger? No, that's not it. This is caustic chemicals. It's caustic. Ammonia. Ugh. Ammonia, ammonia, ammonia. Not to be trifled with, ammonia. Right, anhydrous application there. So we're looking for, what, a 7-banger, we said? So 7. Could be on the car over there. Let me see. See if they're on the track over here. Trying to, you know, pre-spot in these so that it's done. Could be this set here. This is empty. That's storage. Could be down here on the D line. Yeah, it could be one of these sets here. Methane. Nope, not methane. Probably this. What do you? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. This is it. Gasoline. If these are all gasoline, I am content to say that this is it. Gasoline. All right, gasoline, gasoline, and gasoline. All right, so this is our, this is gonna be our kite. This is gonna be the back set. All right, nice. All right, click the wrong thing, there we go. Alright, so it takes a while for the air to come into the trailers, into the cars. You can hear the air going through. That's why I like to have the brake off. The brake off will help fill this. And then it says we have a handbrake on somewhere. I gotta go look for that. I just turned one off here, did I not? That's left. You have one on both sides there, guy? Yeah, there's one on the back too. Still have a handbrake on. What the hell? There we go. Finally. All right. We're good to go here. All right. So we're gonna back down on D, and then we're gonna puck up. How's it going there, Hoshi Bob 1? How are you? Oh, nice. Oh, cool. I haven't gotten into Steam yet. That'll be fun. How's it going there, Zerf? And how are you? Yeah, it'll be fun to do some Steam. I've yet to do Steam. That should be a lot of fun. I want to learn that Steam shunter first. But we're going to head to the city. So one stratagem I'm using lately is I take my... So I didn't accept these loads, so they're not accepted yet. And so the time doesn't start on them, because I want the time bonus. and then I'm gonna pre-hook them up, because it would be more realistic that way. Like the yard would shunt them and hook them up, probably. Not necessarily, but that wouldn't be counted against you, that the loads you're taking out are not already connected. You know, and so the game does count it against you that, oh, you want to take 3 loads? Well, they're not connected. So I can pre-connect them before I accept these. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to pre-connect these, and then they'll be all set for me when I'm ready to go. And then so I'll go to the hut, I'll accept them, and then we'll go, and we have both loads. So I believe, yes, I believe this one has hydraulic drive. One way you can tell is it has, if you try to shift the reverser while you're still moving, or if you're not moving slow enough, it won't let you do it. It's because the hydraulic pressure is too much, and then it would let you move it. It's an actual valve, and so there's too much hydraulic pressure. It's keeping the valve open. Once you slow down, the hydraulic pressure is low enough that you can actually move the valve. So if we needed to flip the train around, we can go down and we can back it into Charlie and then come out. You know, you do it either way, you know, if we need to flip the train. So that's those, we could go down any of those, or we could go around. Shit, let's look at the map. I wonder what that southeast area is there. See how it ends? It just terminates. That's interesting to me, that kind of like dead thing. They could be adding something there later. Look, it could be a place, like a house too, I don't know. I haven't played for very long, so we'll see. All right, we're getting close here to where I need to switch. We might be past it right now. There we go. All right, good. See, like I can't pull that because the hydraulic pressure is keeping it. Now I can when we stopped enough. And then I need to flip G as well. Why it's not letting me flip G right now. I gotta go flip G. It's not letting me do it right now. There we go. There's G's flipped. This needs to flip. I can't see this one yet. Trying to get to the switch there. Too far away. So this is the big set on the front. This is the 9 load, and the one we're picking up is a 7. They're not much different. There we go. I just got it now. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it seems interesting to me. It seems like it'd be fun. You know, the more complicated, the better I like it. You know, the more things you have to think about. You know, used to fly jets. You know, I need some complexity to keep me interested. Something's too easy, I get bored. What I like about this game is they make it challenging. They add enough stuff for you to do where you feel like it's rewarding to learn a machine. You know, it's not like, oh, this machine's like 2% different than the other machine. You know, this one actually makes the machines feel unique. Alright, so City Southwest. The way we're going to go here is I want to go New Way. I haven't been this way. I can't read the map like that. We're going to go down south. Way down yonder, the Chattahoochee. We'll go down south, the south side of the mountain, and then we'll come past the forest, and then we'll go Let's go then up north on the closer, and then we'll go in City Southwest there. And then next time I want to go to Sawmill, we'll take the other one, because I've yet to be the Sawmill. So this hazmat, we're going to try not to blow this shit up. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I haven't gotten into Steam at all. That's something that's definitely going to be cool to kind of learn how to operate it. Excited to build the system for Stormarks. I was kind of like not all that gung-ho to play when I first got up, and then once I started getting into building some stuff, I was getting into it again, so that was good. This has been a good little, you know, getting me back interested in certain things in Stormarks, like trains that I'd kind of stepped away from. You know, I need it to be an engaging enough vehicle to operate, and so that's like why I go so... try to do as much realism as I can on some of that stuff, is it's more engaging to me. It's like stuff I have to do. If it's just like, an automatic transmission, press WSAD, and yay, we're there. It's super duper boring. It's like if I have to hook up airlines and have to manage things, it's much more fun. Be good to learn the what is it, D6 and the and get the military stuff too. So this is gonna be worth big money. This is like 70 grand before the time bonuses. So we'll recoup back a little bit. You know, we'll recoup back better than half of what we just spent on Hazmat 2 on this one load. So I start to slow it down. Pulling the wrong thing. There we go. Alright, so once we hook these up, I'm just going to run right up to the hut and accept the 2 missions, and then we can go. Yes. Yep, multiplayer mining tomorrow. Oh. Back is acting up. But yeah, that'll be fun, multiplayer mining tomorrow. Finally got everything where I, you know, you could see, like, it seemed like we could do multiplayer mining earlier, but if you notice, like, today, I had to do a ton of work on the miner because that was my original kind of template for the trailer for T-Test 2. And then I moved over the truck, and I made a lot of improvements to the truck, and I'd yet to go back to the miner to standardize. You know, so I'm trying to standardize a lot of my systems there because I want to get more builds out on the workshop and kind of streamline getting them done. Does this not have a handbrake on? This doesn't have a handbrake on. I was wondering where the bang and the squeal was. There was no bang and no squeal. Giggity. Yeah, no bang and no squeal, so there was one right here. Interesting. I didn't hear it. Didn't hear it going off, and it was sliding pretty well. We're pushing into it. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna set the brake. We'll go accept these 2 missions. That shunting mission I was finishing when I first started up was a big pain in the ass. And we'll go verify these 2 loads. Should be able to verify them right like this, but we'll go there too. Ep4 is O. I didn't see which one it was, but that's probably it. And then this one should be D6. Yep, outbound. So we'll quickly check them. What do we, 668? 668 right there, beautiful. $971. Yep, that's it. Oh, that was a good guess. We guessed where we were. All right, 971. We're out of here, baby. Okay. Shut the doors in there. I did. No, I did not. Shut one of the doors. Window open or what? Oh, this is so loud in here still. I don't know. I forget what we weigh. We weigh about 700 tons. Definitely not too bad for two of these. 500 tons, I think, is our 2% grade wet, and it currently is dry, but we could run into some shite on the way. Nope, 1,000 tons. So we should be good even in the rain on this. So I meant to check some stuff on the DE2 for storm arcs. So yeah, V6. That's interesting. It's a V. I thought it was an I6. Yep, hydraulic transmission, Citrus. Torque converter, hydraulic transmission. Let me see if I can get a picture of a torque converter. It's kind of neat. It's essentially a turbine system. Make sure we get us going. So torque converter is kind of neat. That's a torque converter there. You blow hydraulic oil into here and it has turbine blades and stators, and it will rotate it. So that's how some automatic transmissions in cars run, is with a torque converter. So that's why we can't swap it, is the oil is still moving through the torque converter. Yes, like an automatic gearbox. Yep. What's this line here? What is this line? Oh, that's Echo. Okay, I thought we were further up. I thought we were coming up on Charlie. Yeah, you can see it's three times torque converter, automatic hydraulic transmission. There's a hydraulic dynamic brake. That's what this is, the hydraulic dynamic brake right there. I assume it's braking some of the hydraulic pressure. It's essentially running it backwards to pump the hydraulic fluid through to slow it down. That's what my assumption is. All right, so we're gonna go left out of here. We normally go to the right. And then we'll go around the south side of the mountain. It'd be kind of nice to go down to the forest and the sawmill at some point. Be nice to see City Southwest. What is MF? Besides the obvious. I've been up to MF, I've been to IMW. So I've been to the farm, I've been to Steel Mill, Harbor, GF, OWN, FF. I haven't been to any other places. Alright, so we're going to turn right here because we don't want to go in the military section. It will be cool to get some military contracts. We're currently going about 20. Let's slow down just a hair here. Looks like a Comanche over there. Parking the Comanche out in the open where everybody can see it. Got a little bit of a hill here. We're not that heavy, but I'm going to kind of goose it as soon as we get around here. A full-on helipad in there. That's kind of cool. cool way to do it too. Is kind of like they just lock, you know, they just have a couple gates there. Can't go in there if you don't have the contract. Yeah, this is a grade up here. You can see it's a little bit of a climb here. We got a 1.2. As soon as we kind of get some of these cars around that bend, I'm going to start hammering and trying to just get a little bit of speed on. I don't need a ton, but I'd like to get up just a little bit so we don't have to worry going up this hill, going slow. All right, let's start to goose. We'll take it a little gingerly because we do have hazmat on. Just even the littlest amount of momentum is helpful. That's like there are these hills in Connecticut that just go up, down, up, down, up, down, and there's a couple that we try to go as fast as possible to get moving because we'll be down to 40 miles an hour at the top of the hill, so you'd want to give it a goose, go down real fast at like 70, 75, and then you start going up it, so you're carrying as much momentum as you can. And you'll still be 40 miles an hour at the top of the next hill. Oh, thank you. Why is the southern route kind of tough? Oh, is it tough? Oh, be interesting. I've yet to be there. I tend not to hammer too hard. I don't go too fast. You know, we've got a lot of time to get there for the time bonus. Is it special? Should I not go that way? Oh, I can see the squiggle lines. Jesus Christ, I see the squigglies. I could bypass it. Let's not go Southern Pass with this much fucking hazmat. You guys make a good point. I'm looking at the squiggly lines now. Yeah, screw that. We'll take the extra run up north. Let's see. I don't know. Do you think if I take the, is it fine? Okay. Yeah, because I think it's going to add too much time. Like, you know, I'd rather kind of take it slow. We'll take it slow and just go through there. It'd be nice to see it, too. It's, of course, getting nighttime. Yeah, we're heating up. The gauge isn't showing right. Let's see. Why is my gauge not showing? You can't control the temperature if you don't move my needle. Come on, move the needle there, guy. We're a little heavy. We're not that heavy. But this is kind of a nice flat area here. You know, this is a reasonable grade coming after a flat area that I'm trying not to hammer through. So this one's always a climb, but once we get some momentum, it'll be good. Yep, there we go. We just, yeah, you notice the gauge needle's not moving, but I can just run it off of the temp warrant. I know about, like, right about there is we'll start dropping temp. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go left. We'll go southern. Yeah, as soon as I look at the map, I'm like, yeah, that is wiggly. We got there. That's a 2.4% grade right there. That's pretty gnarly. That's 20 feet vertical climb every 1,000 feet forward. Yeah, yes. I haven't got to the switch yet. The switch is still up here. I haven't got to the switch yet. Now put a little heat on here. Ah, it's slipping. Get the sander going. Just want to keep a little momentum here. I'll run it a little hot for a minute here. I wish the needle was working because I don't want to go too deep. But I'll run it a little bit hot and then we'll pull it back just a hair. I just don't want to lose too much momentum here. Yeah, we get some time before we get to the switch. I need a third here. Got 73 minutes for time bonus. They're both inbounds. That's one reason I don't want to take the back bullshit either. It wasn't worth the time. Shit, are we stopping? Still seeing. We're spinning, man. See how much. Switch up. Yeah, we're gonna have to run the sander up through here. This is a pretty good grade here, 2.4. Turn the cabin lights on. I know it's hard to see in the stream. What the hell I'm doing? Yeah, he's starting to get hot now, I know. I gotta keep moving though, guy. We'll run you a little bit hot for a little bit here, guy. Wow, this is friggin' heavy. Trying to get up over this hill here, and then we can, as long as we can get the locos up over the hill, we should be all right. I was about to go back and grab a DE2 and just hook it on the ass and have it push for a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't sure with this hazmat. I didn't want to go banging around the corner. I should have gone a little faster, a little bit sooner. Fuck! We just blew something up. All right, here I'm gonna load a save here and grab it. I'm gonna hit this corner a little bit faster. Yeah, I'll grab it right here. I'm gonna hit that corner a little bit faster. That's the first time I've broken anything on the loco like that, so. Now I'm gonna bang up this hill the best I can and try to just gun it. Because we were fucked, we were screwed there. It was just, there was no making it up there. Yep, the old hell hill. Alright, we're good. We're right where we want to be here. Alright. Learning experience. Alright, let's get going. Is this backing on? Let me check. Do we have everything? Okay, we have everything. I'm just trying to see, is that all the cars? That's got to be all the cars. I'm trying to make sure we grab the back set. Yeah. We grabbed the back set. Alright, good. Roll back a save. I don't know what's going on. Alright, good. Let's go. Yeah. Wheel slip, we get it. Alright, we're gonna get out. We're gonna bomb out of here. Especially my first big hazmat run. I really didn't want to gun too hard. But we'll give it some juice. You know, the other way is not great either. But see, my gauge is still not working. I don't have an oil temp gauge, which is not great. I'd like to have an oil temp gauge to read what the hell I'm doing here. Come on, give me some, get off the heat a little bit there, oil temp. Okay. Trying to get booking here, so need a little bit of thrust. Surprised two locos is being as anemic as this. It's full of liquid though. Liquid's heavy. You know, oil's 6.7 or diesel 6.7 pounds per gallon. So Plus, I wonder if the temperature is modeled on airflow as well. You know, as we're sitting there still, we're probably heating up really badly because we're not getting movement. Cool. Step off the temp here. We're just going to get hotter as we come to this. I don't want to run the hot temp the whole way up there. There we go. I wish my oil temperature gauge was working. I would just pin it on the yellow, right on the yellow bar. Can't do that, so I got to run to the light and then back it off. That's a better run. Yeah, I didn't hook up the logic for the dial. I missed a number, you know. Bad composite connection. There we go, lights out. We can sustain this throttle setting and not overheat, so. Currently, we're not necessarily holding speed, but we're losing it very, very slowly, so it's a lot better of a run. I just don't want to get into the sander again. So I guess when the oil temperature light is flashing, that is something I definitely need to keep an eye on. Again, I wish that, you know, I'm used to needles. I need the needle to kind of show me, and the needle is currently not working, so. Let's get this switched. Waiting for you there. Red light was waiting for you. Really don't want to stop here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, we got a slip going here. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta stop that slip. Try not to lose any speed. I really don't have to go back there, grab a D2 and try to juice the ass on this. Come on. You're really going to be this big of a pain in the ass, guy? Come on. Back off the temp, too. Fuck, we're stuck. Up my sander. Alright, let's try drastic measures here. Let it cool off for a little bit. Let's let that temp come down a little bit. We'll see. I doubt we're going to get rolling here on this hill. But we'll let it cool for a second. I wish, again, I have no oil temperature gauge, which sucks. This one's working. Alright, we'll run it from here. This one's working. Trying to get that oil temperature down, because if I can get this oil temperature down, I can try to scream a little bit. Thinking of grabbing that D2. Yeah, I was gonna go grab the D2 and just like pin it on the ass. and then like go back. It'll be. This is when like multiplayer will be fun. Like have somebody push you. All right, I think we're good on. We're getting where we're getting on temp. We could inchworm it here if need be. See, like I can watch, actually look at my needle on this one. See, I'm not climbing anymore, so I can kind of set it. All right, we're gonna do this. I've not used the teleport yet. The teleporter vehicle, so let's do that. See if I can do that. Not a hand car. No. Can I get all the way down there? I'm gonna go grab the D2. I'm sitting down here. I'm just gonna pin it on the ass and push. Where'd it go? We're fucked in the time bonus, I'll tell you that much. Where the hell? Where were you the whole time? Where was this bitch the whole time? Where were you? Did I not see you before? All right, here we go. This is what we're doing. Taking 3. Can you take 3 before I try this? Yeah, could have that. Turn up the dial. I just repaired it though before we left. Let's go back, and I'm gonna throw a 3rd on this bitch. So many of these saves are all. Here we go. This is the one I want. We're gonna put a 3rd on there. I didn't see this one, or I saw it and forgot about it. That's the benefit of the steel mill being where it is, because I brought a lot heavier shit than that in from the steel mill, and been fine because the steel mill is going downhill into here. Where are you on? Far to the right. Can't tell how far off I am. I gotta come toward. Right. We hooked up. There we go. Come on. There we go, grabbed. I'll triple it up there. Yeah, it's just asking for too much. And I don't know the Southern Pass at all, so like we get a bad grade on one of those, I'm gonna get stuck again. So rather pull up the 3rd and kind of make sure we get there. running triples. You know what I wonder? I wonder if no, they were both running. I did the load and I was like, did one of them not? Was one of them not friggin' running? But I think no, they were both running. I checked that. I checked the exhaust. They were running. I got in the other cab. It was running. Is your temp running? Yep, temp's running on this one. Nice. Let's go ahead. Alright. See, no exhaust coming out of that stack. Was this one off? I wonder if this one was off. That would have been fucked. That would have been so fucked. I bet this one was off, dude. Because I reloaded the save and it probably screwed me. I bet you that's what happened. I bet that's why the gauge wasn't reading. It shut off when I reloaded the save and then it wasn't running. That would be hilarious if that was what transpired. Well, we're gonna take 3 just for the funsies of it. Like all my lights just went tits up on this one. Yeah, we're all smoking and revving now. Check this one too. I think that's what happened. I think for some reason the lead was off. It does say light hauling, so. But this will be fun to run a triple set up there. No, the data cable doesn't run through the cargo cars, I don't believe. This one's starting cold too, so this one's got a bunch to get up to heat up to. Starting this run proper here now. Watch it sail right up, no problem. Or wreck. I think the car shut off on me on a reload. I think one of the locos shut off because the smoke was off when I checked this one right behind me. It was not on. And then I wonder if we were trying to pull it up with one because and that's why the gauge was false. I make sure I do the switch here. Yeah, I think it's a combination, but it's very nice with 3. 3's got some balls on it, so. It'll run me a bit of cash, but you know, means I can go to steel mill and bring a real heavy bitch back too. Well, that was pleasant there and convenient here. This switch is a little bit jaggy here. I don't want to make this switch over too fast. Let some of this momentum carry us. That's a big jaggy switch. I don't want to throw a oil car way down the hill. Right into the drink poo. That's probably not a good thing. Let that last car clear the switch before I gun it again. This will be fun going a new route. Of course, it's nighttime, so I'm not going to see shit. Yeah, I wonder if I left the other one off during the reload. Probably past the switch now. We're not running at bed speed. Just kind of watch it too. We got a little. This is kind of a kinky route too. It's like, you know, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle comes in there. You can see on the very southern edge. It's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. But you know, it is cool to be able to roll back the save. You know, there's plenty of things. Like if you want to try something, you want to see how fast you can take it. It's good. Why is the cat in the left corner? That's Sooty. That's my buddy. Often on the YouTube streams, it puts the dog on the right, so I put him on the left too. So. Just for funsies. How's it going there? Evening there, Terry Unit 9. Parent Unit 9. I always read the names too fast and then I'm like, that's what it is. That's why he's there. He's laying in his bed next to me sleeping, IRLs. That is Soot. He's one of the emojis too. Citrus can probably spam you a Sooty emoji. We're a little bit fast here. I'm just gonna pull in some brake. It's starting to get corkscrewy. I don't want to go that fast through this section. Rather take it careful than lose a bunch of hazmat. Probably take it fine, but I don't want to push my luck either. So we're not even in the kinky area there. It's right at the bottom there. It's wiggle, 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 wiggle. It'd be nice if it was daylight, though. It'd be nice to see it. Yep, kitty kitty. Oh, thank you, Citrus. Look. Yep, there he is. There's all the Sooty. There's the bud. Make up a little bit of time here before we get to the really wiggly area. Good sound going in there. I love the sound of like the diesel locos when they're just like hooking up and it's just like... There was one day when I you know, they were trying to screw me in the airlines. They were trying to like send me back to base, which sucked because I didn't live in base. We're gonna have to go back into base, and I had like a 16 hours off in base, no hotel or anything, so I just have to hang around the airport. So I asked him, like, can you send me somewhere? So they sent me to DC on a, and he gave me like a 16-hour in DC, and the hotel in Old Town overlooked a bunch of the rail lines, and so I could just, from my hotel window, I just sat in the window and watched them couple and move cars all day. It was fun. Yes, this power feels good having 3. I'll have to bring some heavy stuff back. I'd rather have all the sets of these I don't fast travel around either, so I'd rather have these sets. Like I know the 2D2s are over at Steel Mill. Not even in the wiggles yet. Let's make up a tiny bit of time here. I'll drop down to 20. Let me get in there. Be the big corner here, and then we go into some real wiggle waggles. Citrus, do you think the oil spill cancel button works here as well? Back pressure on the cars. There's 0.7% grade here. Not that bad. Starting to get in the wiggles here. I don't want to carry too much speed in. Especially these big course reversals, that's probably when we'd lose one. You gotta imagine how much is force is on those wheels when you do that. Yeah, because the flange doesn't really keep you on the tracks. It's the it's the diameter of the tire that's keeping you on the tracks. You know, as it goes up, it puts a force backwards on it. It's a gyroscopic force pushing opposite to you. So it's the gyroscopic force that's pushing you back on track. So it's get going fast enough, you'll overcome it. Good speed, I'm just trying to maintain it. I'll dump this cabin light just for a little bit so I can see. Yeah, fixed multiplayer. Yeah. Yeah, the constant shrill scream of fix multiplayer. It's like fix your internet, fix your computer. Yeah, we'll play multiplayer tomorrow. Shouldn't have any problems. You know, it should be like it's been. You know, I'm gonna use the multiplayer reduction thing. Anything we don't need isn't going in. I'm gonna make a new save for it, and then that will be our save. So we don't have to have weapons DLC or space on there. Just be Industrial Frontier. Might do Iron and Road Rail, or I haven't decided yet. No, not in this game. I'm talking about Stormarks. So we're gonna do some multiplayer in Stormarks for the members tomorrow. So, this game I don't think has multiplayer. This game would actually be really good at multiplayer because you could have, like, especially, like, you spend a lot of time doing switches, hooking up, where IRL you'd have people on the ground. Like, when I watched them coupling the trains at the rail, they would, you know, you have people on the ground with radios talking to the locomotive, and they tell them how far they are from the car. They'll slow down, they'll bump, they'll hook them up, and then they'll tell them to go, and they, you know, so be kind of cool for multiplayer where instead of me like running around hooking everything up, I just, you know, one person stays in the local, the other person run around doing switches, getting contracts, finding loads, you know, swap off that duty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think there are any blocks. One of their fears, one of the reasons why I put all the DLCs on there is I knew most people had it already. Then I realized some people didn't. And so if there were any blocks that I inadvertently put on there, like the handle, such, can you use the handle? Can you use the handle if you don't have weapons DLC? I don't know. You just can't fire? Okay, good. Yeah, so that's good. That was one of my concerns. I couldn't remember if you can use the handle. Because I had a couple things with the handle on. I'm like, oh shit, I hope everybody can use that. But yeah, we should be good. Gotcha, gotcha. Let's see where we're at. We are currently coming out of the wiggles. So we got some big wiggles here, but smaller wiggles. We got a couple hairpins up here, so I don't want to gun it too hard through the hairpins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. You know, I was thinking of like who the members were and what they had, and I was like, oh, I think everybody has them. And then you know, I want CG to be able to join, and CG doesn't have it, so if we don't need it, I'm not gonna put it on there. I was also at first when I started doing the multiplayer streams, I was like, oh, we might, you know, do mining one day and then fishing on the same save. And now I'm going to split the saves up. Be nice to get another fishing in. That's a pretty good turn there. Kind of a cool area. Got killed by a cheater in Tarkov again last night. That took the wind out of my sails. Well, yep, I don't know. Been a nice break from Tarkov. I'd like to get back into it, but cheater kind of took it out of me yesterday. They have an event going on. I was just like, screw this. I'm not interested. Here's a big course reversal right here. Yeah, we're starting to kind of flatten out our turns here a little bit. The view must be lovely when I'm not at nighttime. Cool to build a DH4 when after I get the D2 done, Stormarks. Would have been nice to get the D2 done for tomorrow, but not gonna happen. Oof, there's a big course reversal here. It's funny, when I used to drive to Vermont, I'd go at night. It'd be like 1 a.m. I'd head out to Vermont. And so you'd be going over all these bridges and think nothing of it. And then one day I had to go to Burlington during the day, and you look down at the bridges and it looks like this, and you're like, holy shit. I'm like, I'd actually rather be at night and not see it, because like we would go in the fog at night and you couldn't see anything, and like big drop off all the bridges, and better not to see it. I think we're kind of out of some of the wiggle waggles. Yeah, we're starting to. We've got one big course reversal up here. He's probably around that bend up there. You can see it. Right before that bend, we've got a, like right here, you see that big, that right there? That left turn's a little bit gnarly. I'm gonna slow back down to right around 20 for that one. Oh, can you buy flashlights? Interesting. I did not know that. If Manda was in this game with me, he would flash me in the eyes the entire time. Alright, that's not that bad this turn. I like running the triple set though, this is nice. I get too fast when we turn around that corner there. This one, like, we would go into the rocks. The other one's into the drink. Now, it looks like everybody's back there and happy, and nobody's on fire or pissing oil all over the beautiful landscape. It's a good thing. It's what we want. Imagine being the crews cutting these swaths on the mountain. You'd be like, who the hell decided to do this? You're standing up here just cutting holes in mountains, looking down, like, what the hell? They're back in the days too, where they're like, people were expendable too. They're like, we'll lose a couple. Yeah, I opened all the empty valves and they just pissed out the whole time, made it look much lighter. Nice. Yeah, I like multi-units, they're fun. Got some graphical things here and there they could dress up at some point. Yeah, you need a flashlight license for Manda so that he, you have to spend 5 consecutive days where you haven't clicked it in somebody's face. It'd be funny if I could, like, in the multiplayer session, make it so certain people can't have certain items. Oh, yeah, you can't transfer through Steam. That makes sense. It's like they had some video showing how they took a steam locomotive out to go pull something up a mountain. You know, and they had to be big enough and strong enough to pull it all by themselves. You know, they weren't getting any help. They couldn't combine the units. Oh, Jesus, this one goes all through the mountain. I don't see it come out. Must be a long tunnel. Look at those trees, like, clinging on the side of the mountain for dear life. Yeah, that's a big run through the mountain right there. Interesting. Yeah, I like this. It would be nice if it was daylight, but still kind of cool at night. Alright, we'll see you later there, Citrus. Thanks for hanging out. The sun comes up here. I'd like to see some of this new area in the sun. Alright, I've not hit any of these switches before, so we're gonna have to hit them on the way. When I was in the airlines, we used to, you know, especially at night, we'd have the cockpit as dark as humanly possible and just the gauges barely on so that you get our night vision ready, and then the flight attendant would like whip open the door and go, slide the paperwork through the crack of the door, thank you. Light is the devil. Yeah, I need a little pirate eye patch so you can change your vision. Is this the what is this blue light? Because it sounds like either an oil cooler or a compressor coming on. Because the oil temperature drops. Yeah, it must be the oil cooler. Is that the oil cooler, the blue light? The oil temperature drops when the blue light comes on. Must be oil cooler. That's something I could put in Stormworks when I do it. Let's not go too fast. Probably doing all right, but again, there's a big hazmat run. I don't want to piss all this off the side. Oh yeah, yeah. It's got to be an oil cooler because when the blue light was on, you could hear a pump running, and then the temperature was dropping. As soon as it shut off, temp came back up. So it's probably an oil cooler. Probably an electric fan on the oil cooler. Alright, big arching turn in here. Kind of squiggly down south of the forest too. I get a little speed up here. We got a switch, so I don't want to go too fast with the switch, but now we're going left on the switch. Verify left. Let's pull the power a little bit here. I've never seen this. It could sneak right up on me, so. Nope, it was the right way the first time. Okay, we're on the main track, so that's not bad. We're going down 0.8. I'm gonna put some brake on here. I don't want to go hammering through here. I'm gonna pre-brake a little bit before we get the downward grade here. Take it a little bit careful through here. Finally starting to flatten out a little bit, which is nice. So I've never seen any of this track down here, so that'll be interesting. Go to the forest, south under the sawmill, and then up to the city southwest. Trying to decide if I should go all the way to the sawmill or cut that north path. I might take that north path there. I don't know. I think I'll do that. I think I'll take the north path, and then I might try to do a city southwest down to the sawmill. I might do that. That way I can see both tracks. I'll prepare to hammer a little bit here. Try to make up some time. Oh, interesting. Yeah, my plan is to run all the locos. So I think the next one I want to do is, let's find it in the book. Let me turn the lights on here, it'll be easier. So I'm thinking, let's see. Yeah, the DM3, I'm thinking of that. So, yeah, DM3 is one of the ones I want to play with. Yeah, it looks, it's, you know, it's complicated to run, which I like. You know, if I can fly jets, I can run trains. There's the oil, let's leave the oil cooler going off again. It's a hike down to the harbor. Every time I go down the harbor, I'm like, yeah, it's a hike. Sun's finally starting to come up. Like that must be the FRS. Yep, we just got a yellow chevron pop up for, there's a loco there. Got a little wiggle waggle going here. Check everything. Fuel and oil are good. Yeah, I think running some of the steam stuff will be fun. Makes sense, there's a lot of trees by there. These bridges always give me the heebie-jeebies. It was like going to White River, it was like that. It's like you're looking down, the town's down here and you're up on this bridge and it's like, Jesus, hanging off a mountain. Again, we're gonna go, yeah, we're gonna go, we're gonna go left here and then we'll go right up the, that north-facing track going up to CSW. I don't want to head all the way down to the sawmill when I'm trying to get this time bonus. Whether I'll get it or not, it says 73 minutes. We got a down hanger coming here. I'll start looking at track diagrams as we get a little bit closer. Not quite needing to look at track diagrams yet. Yep, here's our switch. Better get that up. What's our speed at? Okay, 35. Probably a hair fast here. Gonna pull off Put a little brake on. I don't want to come hammering through here too fast. This is a big course direction change here. Let's get a little brake on here. Brake came in late. Wonder what that little spur is coming up here. A little spur going off to the right. Yeah, I got a downgrade going in here, so we won't goose it too hard. We'll let it coast down the grade. Pretty sizable drop off here, so. And it's getting a little bit wiggly, and we got a course reversal there, so. Gravity take us for a run for a little bit. I'll probably put in a hair brake when we get up close to this turn here. Yes, wonder what this little offshoot is here. What are we doing here? We going up or down? Down. 0.8. Okay. Keep an eye on that. Ooh, that's a big fucking turn there. A little speed off. Curious what this little offshoot is here. Wonder if there's a little barn or something there. Yeah, there's a parking barn there. Anything in it? Don't see anything. What's that say? Ah, can't read it. Going down 1-3, so that's pretty big. That bumping there, that jumping and jiving that we were just doing there. Just let it coast down this hill. What is that? It's a big rock out in the field, or we got dead animals out there? It looks like big sloths or something laying on the ground. Looks like a big sloth. What are we bumping and jumping for? Bumping and jumping back there. I don't know what that was all about. We got a switch coming up here. I'm going right on the switch, I believe. Yep, right on the switch. Took you long enough to come in brake. There we go. See if I can see it. see what direction it is yet. It's going right. We're going right. Okay. Yeah, I want to go up this. I want to go up this center section here. They're about the same. The southern one takes a little bit longer, I think. The easterly one. We got everybody with us? Looks like we got everybody with us. Nothing's on fire. Beautiful. Alright, what are we up? Well, we're a little bit hot for this turn. Yeah, we got an upgrade coming in here, so. Hopefully we get some good flat stuff. We can go bombing through this area. It'll be kind of fun. A little bit of a downgrade. Well, this pretty hefty upgrade, rather. Get a head of steam going here. Not too much in the wiggle waggle going through here a little bit. We're running that hill. Still with us there. We're pretty much maintaining speed going up this grade here. We got a little bit of a drop. It's a pretty big drop actually. Pull some off. Just build up some momentum here. I don't think we're too wiggly. No, we're not too wiggly. This first turn's a little bit wiggly, but that's about it. By the time we get around it, we should be sped up a little bit. Ah, beautiful view of the river. Again, the sun will probably come up when we get there. Be nice though. I've yet to see this place. It'll be kind of neat. All right, let's start thinking about where we're going in here. Charlie 3 inbound. Charlie 3 inbound. Beautiful. They're both going the same track. That is gorgeous. We like to see it. We love to see it. All right, so Charlie track, we're coming in from the northeast. So be on our right, coming in. And that's gonna be straight, that's the straight inbound. Beautiful. Could it be any easier? You're trying to sneak up on me there, Speed. I see you. I see where you're doing, Speed. Grab that brake, please. Don't miss it every time. Trying to sneak us up on Speed, huh? Devil. Is that it? That looks like it. Yep, that looks like it. It's the right direction. Yeah, so it's straight in on the middle line, which is nice. Because these are both going on the same inbound track, and then they just need to be split. So that's good. Ooh, it's a big downgrade. That's 1.7. Pull some speed off here so that we can get a coast going. Here's our split. Let's see where we're going. We are going left. Okay. Just put a hair brake on there. I gotta be ready for the switch, and I don't want to have to worry about slowing us down. I can't tell. Okay, it's left. I gotta go to the right. It's on the right. I gotta go left. So we're gonna pull some brake. I don't like taking these switches too fast. That one kind of sneaks up on you, and it's all covered with grass. It's hard to see. Yeah, I like shifting, so the DM should be fun. It'll be nice to get into that. Alright, so we're staying straight on this next switch, and then we're right in town. Ooh, look at this grass here. I can't even see the rails. Need to put a mower in the front here, and then we'd be good. A little wiggle waggle. We're doing alright on speed. So. Chop down some of that grass as we go through. No clue how much time we've been on this, so put a little hustle on. Hopefully we get that time bonus. It's worth a lot. That's like a $70,000, so we get half of that. So another 35 on 30, probably another 32 on top of that. So we got to try to recoup some of the hazmat too. I just spent money on. What's the switch? Is this the main switch going in? I can't tell. It's gotta be the main switch going into town. Nope, this is the switch, the switch before that other path, so we need to go right. Keep an eye on this. And it's going right. Okay, we're good. Just verify it real quick. Yep, it's going right. All right. Cool the way they did the radio. I think that's a neat way to do it. Especially after a lot of shunting, I like to do kind of a longer trip, get the hell out of there. Alright, so we're coming in the splits here. And I want to go to the right, far right, essentially. So I'm going to be going to the far right here, all the way up to Charles. You keep an eye on that. So we're going up to Charlie. So right and then straight through. Probably don't need to carry this much speed into town. All right, we are currently showing right, left. So let's go get this one here. Gotta watch my brake because I'm trying to do radio at the same time. Okay. Rather go slow and not balls this up. Take a time, just slow us down, stop. Alright, so look at the station diagram. We're coming in from the northeast. Are we coming northeast? Yeah, we have to be the northeast run. Pretty sure. Yeah, we gotta be the northeast run on this. We better be the northeast run. Well, I'm gonna stop. I want to check this out because I think we should be northeast, but better to get out and check than to dick this up and have to redo it, especially if I'm trying to get time bonuses here. What track are you, sir? You're the passenger track. Let's see. Where the hell am I here? Where's my train? There it is. Okay. So I'm thinking it's this one here. That's okay, so we are coming from the east track. Alright, we're coming from the east track. I thought we were northeast. Let's check the diagram again. Alright, we want to go straight up. So we're going to go straight on that second run. Okay. So the first one's good. This one needs to flip. And then we need to come in here. Oh, you want to stop that? Cross tracks, interesting. And then we're coming in here. Let's see, I think we go right in here. Yeah, we're coming right in here. And 3 India? 3 India. Okay, good. So that's fine. So we're actually coming in the eastbound track right into 3 India. All right, good. We're good. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. Thank you. Yep, that's northeast over there. Okay, that makes sense. Northeast and east. I got you. All right. I was visualizing it incorrectly. Especially with all this grass, I can't tell what the rails are. Be cool when they add pasture stuff to this. What do we got over there? Looks like a DE2. Yeah, there's the rain. I'm glad we didn't have to deal with the rain when we were out in the hills. Is that the service? It's a big service bay. Alright, 3 India. Let's double check them. 3 India. 3 India. Charlie 3 India. Charlie 3 India. Beautiful. And we can swap off at the end there with the locos. Watch lightning hit all the hazmat, blow it up now. How's it going, Alistair? How are ya? Good to see you. Doing well here. Just we finally got here. Kind of a long run. Saw some new scenery. A lot of it was in the Peach Black, but it was a fun run, challenging run, especially with it dark. But probably, yeah, not that I need to go super duper fast, but probably get a little bit faster if we were not so dark. forgot we do have 3 locomotives too, so. We do have 3 locomotives here to get out of the way, so. Alright. I gotta find the middle set. That one is, I think 971, the forward unit. 245 is not on this one, we're close. 219, nope. 955, nope, we're not there yet. 971 right here, this is 971, okay. Got a long doggy there today, Alistair. 3 locos. Alright, I gotta find the hut because I want to turn these in. Thought I saw the hut coming in. Nope, a bunch of green lights here. Let's see, where is it on the map? It is on the south side, over here, I think. Good lordy, where the hell are we, man? There's, I think that's it. There's a lot of street lamps, street lights, which kind of screw me up. All right, here's the service bay. All right, it is further back and over this way from the service bay, so. What the hell is it, man? Right there, okay. Spatially, I can't tell what we're doing here. Nice, 64 minutes, we got it done. That was a big time bonus there. It's 17 grand time bonus on that one. Money, money, honey, sunny. That was good. All right. Beauteous, beauteous. That's good. So what we're going to try to do is actually shunt what we just brought in, which is this one. And this one. And I'm going to shunt them separately because they are absolutely... we got to shunt them together if we're going to do it. Let me find where the unload area is here. All right, let's take these. Okay, that's the one we brought in. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 9. And then this is the other one here. That's 2 drop-offs. This is 1 drop-off. What's on the back? The short stack is on the back. Let's grab the short stack. And we'll do this one first so I can get time bonuses on these. So this is the short stack right here. So let's come around and we'll grab the short stack and we'll shunt that. Do I run this as a 3 stack pulling them? I do, they're heavy. I'm just gonna run the 3 stack. We're getting so much in time bonuses, I don't really care about costing a little bit of money. Yep. Ooh, do we have enough space? We might not have enough space here for three locos. We'll see if I have space to get 3 locos turned around here. We're gonna be close on that. We gotta go to the right for the bypass anyway. So yeah, we've got space. All right, we're gonna go right on the bypass. All right. So we're gonna grab the back of the short stack, and I need to figure out where we unload this. This looks like the set. So that's interesting. The storage goes through service on this one. So we'll pull the back of our set and then go dump this off, because we're gonna have to do double drop-offs. So I made this mistake before. I took 2 shuntings at the same time, thinking I could just hook the full set up, unload them, but then it's a pain in the ass to separate them if they need to be separated. So it's better to dump them separately. But I'm not sure where I have to unload this at, so we'll accept the contract once we get hooked up to this one. I'm confident we can get it done fast. Three locos are pretty expensive to run, but it takes big stuff. So. Where am I? Haven't come by. Did I miss it? I missed it. We gotta keep coming. Yeah, I gotta come past this one. I think we're clear. Not that far, so I'm not going to goose it for very much. And where do I imagine we unload in this place? Let's see. See what Charlie has. 6L, I would say. That's probably, I don't know, we might be unloading 6L. Thinking 6L is over here. I don't know if we unload oil there, but if it is, that's right there. Yeah, it's the unload area right there. A little off now. I think we should be able to grab it. Oh, nope. Hydraulic will push. Because if the hydraulics are still engaged, it's still going to push. So that's why it's pushing right now. It is because I still have it in gear, essentially. The torque converters. Come on, dude. Grab it. Grab this. Torque converter's still going, so. And where did I looped you at the end, of course I did. Alright, so we'll throw a brake on. Still moving because of the hydraulics. You gotta put it in neutral if you don't want it moving. It's telling me there's a handbrake on, so that one's not on. Handbrake is on here. Freaking handbrake is on. This one? Okay, that's the one. Alright, let's go and we'll actually turn in this one and get started here. This is the drop off, so it's going to take us time. Yep, 6L. Going in that regular standard drop-off area, so that's an easy pick. It's right there. That's one thing that's important to check is the drop-off. So if we look here, we've got we've got to split it, and that's what can take time, is splitting them up. So better not to grab 2 shunting contracts at the same time. Table there. Where does it go to? Is it just must be just to spin the locos around? Yeah, must just be for spinning the locos. Put him back in the service area. Interesting. Maybe getting close here to being at the end. There's seven total cars. Alright, we're getting close to passing it now. Start putting some brake on here. Oh, does it, Alistair? Yeah, that's, I can't, it is not multiplayer now, but it's just all train stuff. It's really good and in-depth. A lot of these simulators, like, they dip their toe in the water. They don't go full in, and I hate that. And this simulator is really good because it's, like, one thing that I hate with a lot of simulator games is they don't let you get off the vehicle and do the groundwork. And that's kind of what makes you, it's a little bit more immersive. It helps you kind of, you can come up with some strategy, come up with some methodology. Like, it takes some time to get used to this stuff and get good at it. Like, I know a lot of the air brake stuff from tractor trailers, so it's like, things like when I apply the brake, if you watch the red needle, that is your brake application. So if I go a little into it, you see that's applying the brakes. If I pull it right off, it takes time for the brake application to come off because it's having to send air all the way from the locomotives all the way to the back. And then when you remove it, it takes time for it to bleed all the air out all the way through. So, like, you want to, like, sometimes if I want to just slow down a little, I'll give it a kiss. Like that. Now watch the application. It goes up and down. So it went up to around 1 and it came down. If I want to slow it down just a little and maintain the slowdown, you notice we're now just under 1 and we're gently slowing down. Then pull it off, and we'll drop the brake, so some good skills there. It feels like each vehicle is unique, because they're based off real vehicles. Like, this is hydraulic. There's a lot of good minutiae in there, like the, what was I going to call the, what do you call it? Torque converter there. Like, you can't switch the drive on it. You can't switch the reverser while it's moving because it's putting hydraulic fluid through there. The other thing is, like, taking off your train brake first. That takes longer to release the brakes because the train's longer. So it's good to do that first to get it moving. So little technique stuff like that is good. I think this game's good for you're able to really get in depth. Like, you can pick as many, like, if you have the licenses, you can pick as many loads as you want. So certain things, for example, is if I went and look at shunting orders, there are going to be certain orders that are there that will be for a place I want to go. So if I already have 2 loads for the place I want, but I want 4 loads, I can shunt a couple loads for the place I want to go, and then I can take those with me. I can also pre-shunt some stuff to have out my stuff together. What is it? Where are these going? 3? Let me see where the hell this is going. 3S and 1S. Okay, 3S and 1S. All right, 1S. Ooh, that's a weird one to get in. 3S is there. Okay, we should be coming up on 3S. That's 3S right there. Yep. Okay, shit, I gotta check this. I guarantee you this fucker is backwards. See, like, I can't pull that reverser until we slow down enough. Now I can pull the reverser because it's, you know, it's hydraulic, so. All right, let's pull, see what 3S is. If you're on the front, you're gonna, it's not that big a deal if it's on the front. 495, that's in the back, beautiful. All right, it's the back, is this one. 971. Oh, you're a saint and a gentleman. Saint and a gentleman. All right, good, so perfect. So like I knew I needed to look at switches, so that's why I just went ahead and took the brakes off backwards because to buy myself some time. So 3S is this one here. Like that shows you how the hydraulic system works. Was I revved up my engine, which would be sending the hydraulic oil through the pump back to the sump. And then I forced it into forward, and you saw the wheel slipped. So I build up a bunch of hydraulic pressure, and then I kick it into gear while all that hydraulic oil is going to flow into the torque converter quickly at high pressure and, you know, torque the wheel, spin the wheel up. You know, so that's pretty good level of detail there. That's pretty neat. All right, we got to get past this switch and then put ourselves in. You know, the progression feels good, like, you know, you're doing something, like you have meaningful gains. One thing I really like is it makes you feel like you know, if you make smart decisions on how you do your loads, you can progress pretty quickly too. Like, I've been pre-sorting my loads, so I look at what there are and I go out and I count, okay, there's 7 gasoline going on the back of this 9 long gas diesel load, and I can pre-connect it, and then when I accept them, you know, they're all ready to go. So, all right, how many are we putting on this? Putting in 5. 2, 3, 5. So this this sausage right here, this one right here behind the yellow one, that one is staying with us. So we want to get this one right there at the sign. And I know there's some cars in there. I don't want to hammer it in too hard. I might have to push the cars. But no, we should be able to see them pretty quickly here. Yeah, they're close. There we go, a little bit in the brake there. And I'm going to remove some application, but not all the brake application. And then I want to put so we can still roll. Because we're going to probably have to bump that set of cars that's in there, and I don't want to hammer into it. We don't have that much. This one right here has to go past the sign, and we're clear. You can hear us pushing the other set now, I think. All right, I think we're clear. Yeah. So let's go and check, and then we're pulling just these front 2. So it should be 693 and 358. Bingo. So like you see, we bumped up to that set that was already in there, I think. So it's didn't want to hammer it too hard. All right, let's get out of here. This is kind of a wiggle waggle to get over to the next one here. All right, so we're going to 1S for the next one. So we need to come off of this and take the, we need to go to the end to the northeast track. And then we want to back in from the northeast track. Let me see, we're flipped around the wrong friggin' way. Is that a single? I gotta see if that's a single or not. I might try to get around this. I mean, I might have to spin us around. I don't know what 1S looks like. First time here, so I'm gonna go look at 1S. Where the hell's 1S gonna be? All right, where's the northeast track here? We're going. I missed the switch for the northeast track there. We're coming down on the southerly track. Actually, you know what? Shit, that's not gonna do it either, is it? I can't flip around on any of this. I'm gonna be forward bird on either of these. You know what I'll do? We'll go down to the Bravo track, and I'll flip the locos at the Bravo track. That's what I'll do. All right, so we want to come in here. We're gonna go the most southerly track, which is Bravo, and then we're gonna back down, and then I need to put the locos on the other side. So we're gonna use the Bravo tracks to get on the other side of this to push it in 1S. We gotta think about which way our loco's going. That's gonna be the best bet there. Can't really see what's down there yet. Put a little brake on here. We don't have that many cars. No, I have 2 cars. Yeah, it definitely feels like if your planning is good, it pays off in this. Yeah, poor planning, you're gonna get screwed, so it's gives you an area where you can get better, you know, and that's, I think a lot of these sim games don't do that. You know, and like they'll build them for a casual audience instead of like hardcore sim people who like, that's what we do, like a hardcore sim game, you know. Yeah, you can play this in VR too. I did a little VR. I almost had a yak the first time I jumped in VR. I do all right. Like if I'm in here, but like when I rotate like this, that gets me. Gotta be careful of that. All right, so we're coming in on the Bravo line, and then I gotta find an empty track and then get to the back of this set here. So I need to get down the back set. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna push this off to the right, and I should be able to get on the midline, I think. Maybe not. Let's see if it ends. Might end. Shit. Let's put a brake on here. I gotta see what this is doing. I can't tell what's going on here. These end? Shit, they end. Damn it. This is the pasture area, and they end. I gotta look over here. Yeah, they all dead end. Shite. This is gonna be a bitch to get around. All right, I'm gonna come in on this end and do it. Because this is where it's going right here, but I have to be on the other end of the I have to be on the other end or I'm gonna get stuck in there, so. And I have 3 locomotives, so I don't have a lot of space to run here. What I should do is jump in the DE and do it. I think that might be what I do. Let's do that. Because I'm gonna do some shunting, and this is gonna be a pain in the balls like this. So. Should shut everything off while I was here. Alright, so we're gonna jump in the DE2. And I'm gonna shunt with that. That way it won't take me as long either, so. Alright, and then we wanna go. Trying to not go too fast here. I gotta. Alright, so we want to come up. Shit. Do it fast, you scumbag. Oof. That was a bad catch. I almost screwed that pooch on that one. Screwed the pooch. All right, so we're gonna come down on the northeast line. This is where the cross track is, and then we're gonna back down, and then we're gonna pick up that load. So we're gonna come down there, walking the road. The pedestrians can just wait. Shit, we missed it. Fuck. I was paying attention. I was not paying attention. I meant to go that way. Came up fast. Oh, give me a break. This one's diesel electric, so I can switch that reverser before I actually stop, because it's just changing the polarity. I don't want to kiss it when it does that, because it will spin up my tires and kick off the traction motors. Trying to spin wheels backwards while the train's moving the opposite direction. It's going to flat spot wheels too. But alright, we're going to go past this switch, and we're going to come back on that, and we'll pull it in. On my part. I haven't driven this one a little bit, so my methods are not great anymore. I don't know if I'm going to do another long run or not. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do another run. I'm going to shunt for a little bit. Come on. Clearly pushed you the other way. Yeah, shunting with the 3 locos is kind of a pain in the balls. So. This is the one I made in Stormworks today. That was the wrong one. I did the one by the locos. I'm looking the wrong direction. Alright, so we're ready to go in there. Just need to get it past the switch. That's going in 1S there. They did the logistics well on this too. It makes sense. So, you know, I wonder if they talk to real industry people. You know, I've never been in train logistics, but, you know, being in logistics for as long as I have, it makes a lot of sense. You know? I want to get this on that track reasonably fast because we can start to go turn this in once this is on the track, and then we'll probably use the DE2 to go grab the rest. Like, if you want to, could be construed as cheating, but like I could go grab the next shunting job and then put it in the unload area, then activate it, and that amount of time is saved, you know, so you don't actually spend time. go. Turn, turn, turn. There you go. Sorry about the, I can imagine that. For me, I know when I'm going to press the quick run. You know, and I imagine for everybody else, it's probably kind of jarring. All right, so like this shunting job here, this is us. This is what we brought in. Was this. So if you notice, this one didn't make a ton of money, this one here, because it has one drop-off. So it's only 16 minutes because it's a lot more train, but it's not going all that far, you know. So like let's go and activate this. I can't imagine this takes us that long. Let's activate it. I want to see where it's going. So like here it's going to go to 6L for loading, and then it's going to go to Charlie 4S. That's right by where it's going. So we're good there. So let's go ahead and where are we at here? Yeah, you got the face turquoise cover now. It's funny when it comes up on Restream. It tells me the how many types of trains do they have. They we'll go through the vehicle catalog real quick. They have the D2, which is what I'm in. The SO60, which is a steam train. This is a diesel shunter. They have that DH4, which I have 3 of. They have the S2A2, which is steam. They have this one, which is a crew car, I believe. You put the brake on. Let me see where we're going on the station map here. I'm not... Okay, that will work. They have the DE6, which is a Big Johnny. That's the big hauler. They have the BE2, which is a micro shunter. They just added DE6. The Slug, that's essentially the other one, the big one. But it is just... does not have a cab on it. You just attach it. You need to multi-attach on that. And it just works as a traction power unit. H1 is the hand cart. And that's this is the caboose. That's what they have. They added some, you know, I think February. All right, so we're gonna go grab that set of gasoline and diesel that we had. We're gonna unload it, and then it's going right on the Charlie line. So. Now I gotta go past this. Stand by. Trying to do too many things at once. Yep, it's going right back on the Charlie line. So this is a real easy one. Like doing method things like that, brake, shift and go. Like you can see, I got it right when the brakes dropped off, so you can get pretty good at these where you get to be really efficient. How did we get on the wrong fucking track there? I literally just flipped the bitch, didn't I? How? I literally just flipped the bitch. I must have been right on it and it flipped it back. I don't know. Maybe I didn't flip it. Maybe it was my imagination. That's the way we went with the DH4s. No, maybe I flipped it again when I came this way. Maybe it was flipped correctly and I fucked it up. Okay. Right, let's go right. Yeah, so there's quite a few, and they just added some. So, you know, they don't have pasturing yet. Like that line where we're sitting over there, that's pasture over there. They don't have any pasturing yet. I would assume they're gonna add it. You know, again, I haven't been following the game for that long, but assume they're gonna add it, and it'd be kind of cool. You know, having passenger cars making stops at the different places. That would be kind of a fun little different thing to do. Let me get the comms radio out. Oh, piss off. Clicked the wrong thing. All right, so we're clear all the way in. You know, so like the places that you've been to a bunch, like I spent a good bit of time in the steel mill, the harbor. You start to really learn where all the tracks are. You start to learn, like, for example, that's C6L. So L is load unload. I is inbound, 2 is inbound. So likely when you come in, you're going to get an inbound path. This has no label, likely a bypass. This one here is S and O. So this is storage and outbound. This one here is a storage track. It's an S track 3S. So you start to kind of learn, you know, that sort of thing. So you kind of know where to expect to look for things. That was kind of like how we did tractor trailer stuff was, you know, we had inbound lots, we had outbound lots. So you kind of knew where things were going to be. So like if it wasn't exactly where it was supposed to be, you can still find it because you know the general area of where it should be. You know, the locomotives are different enough that they feel unique and interesting. Like, for example, it was a pretty easy decision to get the hell out of those 3 DH4s and get in this, because this is just a hell of a lot more convenient to run. Because, like, running the 3 DH4s, they're long. This thing's small. It's not that powerful, but it's a hell of a lot easier for me to maneuver with this. We got a handbrake on the other end, I think. Let me check this real quick. So that flashing red light is handbrake. I just must have thrown it on. You know what I did? I bet you I put a handbrake on the other side. No, I didn't. Okay. Because this was my setup that I brought in. So, like, the other thing you can do to save time and be efficient is, what I'll actually do is I will bring in my inbound load, and then I will go over to the shack, turn it in. When you turn in the load, now that your load shows here, that puts in a shunting order that it needs to get unloaded. And so you can then, so I'll usually leave my locomotive right there and then go get the shunting mission to shunt my own locomotive, because I'm already there. I might as well, that saves time than having to move to another load. I might as well shunt the load I'm on, put that away, and then that will give you empties, and then eventually the empties need to be filled, if they do fill. Like, these are all gasoline and oil. These are likely going to go to one of the oil wells. So if you look at the map, there's a bunch of oil wells. There's OWC, that's oil well center. You have OWN, oil well north. And so these have to go to the oil wells to be filled. So there's no point in these cars, or they could go to Harbor. Harbor would bring them in from a ship, I believe, because I got these from Harbor. But, you know, these would likely, once these are empty and put away in storage, then it's probably going to generate a mission, which is called a logistics mission. And so certain cars like these, now that they're empty, you get a tiny bit of money to just reposition them. So you would be moving these from here to one of the oil wells, likely, so that they can get filled. And then if you went to the oil well, you'd get a shunting mission once they get inbounded to fill them. And then you'd get a haul mission to take them somewhere, wherever they're going. So it's cool and in-depth, and you can kind of play with the loads and get, like, what you want for where you want it by doing the work to actually put them together, fill them up, empty them, do all that stuff. You know, the movement's really good in this. Like, I can use that F key to really move around fast. You know, when I don't feel like futzing about, I can do that. Or I can, like, take my time. You know, like, this was a hazmat load, too. This was my first hazmat 2 load. You know, so it was worth a lot of money, but I definitely didn't want to crash it, because you'll get charged with environmental cleanup and stuff. So if you dump a load of hazmat, that's big money that you have to, you know, you're going to be paying. So, like, right now, to save time, I'm going to pull the train brake. Watch how long it takes for that train brake to come off, because we have so many cars back there. So I'll pull that off, and then I'll do my switches so that I'm being efficient time-wise. So now the brakes are probably off on the train. Now I can take off the locomotive brake. That comes off really fast, because it's, you know, it's just pretty much literally the air's right here, because the air goes from the compressor to a storage tank up literally through the pipe to this valve. Then it would go out to the wheels here. The one in the train, it goes from the compressor through the airline, fills up all the tanks on the train, and then when you close the valve here, it has to cascade the air pressure all the way through to brake the train. And then when you take it off, it has to cascade all the way through to take the brakes off the train. So it's the same thing with tractor trailer. Like if I had a set of doubles or triples, you want to take those trailer brakes off as soon as possible so they have time to release, because they take some time to release. And you can imagine, like, you know, a kilometer-long train, how long it takes for the air to come off the brakes. And then the loco's fast, so it's best drop your train brakes before you get out to do something. And then, you know, the loco will just hold it in place, and then that will take you like a second to get the loco brakes off. But you know, the more in-depth the system is, the cooler it is, and the more you can kind of like be an active participant, learn some stuff, and, you know, get good at it. That's why my favorite vehicles I've ever operated have been the most complicated, because it's just, you know, you really start to learn some stuff, and you get good at it, you get that sense of accomplishment. All right, we're going to a Sierra 4S for storage. That is going to be right there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pre-select our switches so that when we are ready to put these away, they're going in there. We're just going to push those set of cars back, and then that will be put away. So doing like stuff like this, getting your switches all set up as you go by is a good way to save some time. But I like this little D too. This is going to be a good one for Stormworks. I don't know, were you watching earlier, Alistair, when I was building it? Because the DE2 would be cool for Stormworks. We're going to be doing a lot of mining. We're going to have to be moving cars around all the time, so that'll be helpful. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break this up. All right, so I'm leaving the loco brake on, and I'm shutting the train brakes off. Sorry, I'm going to be doing the jump. All right, I'm going to be jumping again. All right, and so now we're good to go. So now, because I shut the train brake off, see, it takes like a second for the loco to come off, and we're good to go. And like I'm slowly pulling this, I'm watching my temp. Because eventually, if I go too high on that, likely I'm going to spin my tires. So, my wheels. So I don't want to get too hard in that throttle. And since this is a heavy train, it's a little bit lighter. It's lighter now, a lot lighter now that I emptied it. Yeah, so that's the thing. I really like the way, you know, the cool thing with this is they pick some good locomotives that, you know, they have some purpose. Are you going to stream same time for tomorrow? I think 3 hours. Yes, we're gonna do multiplayer tomorrow. So we're gonna do multiplayer mining in Stormworks. Thinking I'm trying to get on like maybe around noon my time. What did you say? Are you West Coast? Are you Canada, Alistair? What province are you in? I can't remember. It's 3 hours would make sense. Yeah, it's B12 EDT, so yeah, BC, yep. Yeah, makes sense. What is it? Vancouver 4 hours? I don't know. I know Halifax is 1 forward. We used to go to Halifax all the time in the airlines. All right, we're good here. You know, the other cool thing about, like, just from an engineering perspective with air brakes is, like, this tiny little locomotive can stop the entire train because the brakes are on each car. All it's doing is moving air. And so you don't need to produce that much air pressure and much air volume. So, like, a smallish compressor is more than enough to get the whole train fed, you know. It takes longer the longer the air will move, but for the most part, you're pretty good, you know, with... you don't need a huge unit, Gaby, to be able to power a ton of stuff. Yeah, I saw the power lines there. Let's see, is that a communication or a power line? That could be a power line. That's probably a power line. Usually the higher they are, they're electric, and the lower they are, they're communications. That's like, people get afraid of hitting the low wires on the poles. That's the high wires on the pole. That's the one that are electrified. Just look for the ceramic insulators. That's your power wires. That looks like that's on ceramic insulators there, so I'd say that's power. You know, and there are turntables in the game to move the locos around. Like this one's just for reversing direction. It's like some of these are omnidirectional. If you look at the catalog, like the DE2 you can see there, it says that it is a central dual-facing closed cab. This one is a rear cab. It says rear dual-facing cab. You have a rear dual-facing cab. Central dual facing, rear in facing. That one's a tender. That was the tender. I thought that was the crew car. That's the tender. I didn't really read it. Central dual facing. So like some of them, the DE6. Let me find the DE6 real fast. DE6, as you can see, oh, that's the slug. Where's the DE6? DE6. I guess it says central dual facing. I didn't think it was dual. Well, it's dual facing, but it's not really in the center. It's kind of on the front. Yeah, well, like you can do cool things with the jump thing like that if you wanted to go down the end of the cars. And the nice thing with this is since it's single player, you know, you'd have 2 people at least. Like, I've seen them do rail switching at the rail yard for cargo containers. And what they'll do is they'll have somebody with a walkie-talkie and they have guys in the loco. And, like, say what they'll do is they'll split off, say, 10 cars on track 1. Track 2 will have 10 cars, 3 and 4. And that's how they load them with containers. And then they have to, you know, link the cars, the sets together. And so you'll have somebody with a radio down on the ground and they'll tell you that, you know, you're how far you are. So like you'd say, oh, you're about, you know, 10 car lengths away, and so you can speed up or slow down. So it's nice that you can quickly kind of teleport around, because that gets you to the point where you can act as though there are multiple people. Like if I want to go a little faster, get myself going, and then I can, if I want to go slow it down, I can quickly get back, because not really realistic to be doing this all by yourself. So you know, it gives you that little bit of superhuman ability to, you know, do the job of multiple people. So I think they did a really good job of this. You know, I've been kind of had my eye on this for a little while. I haven't been looking too intently, but, you know, it's, you know, I think I got in at the right time. There's enough to do. It feels like it's rewarding. It doesn't feel like it's too bare bones. I want this time bonus, so I'm going to speed up a little bit. The nice thing with the hydraulic locos, too, is the if you leave it in gear, not in gear, it's if you leave it the reverser in the direction you're going, the hydraulic oil is still pumping, but at idle. And so it will still push the locomotive, so you can set it, the reverser, and say forward, and just let it creep on you. And so it's pretty much a good coupling speed, just leave it going. Yeah, you don't need, like, I'm not playing VR now. The nice thing is if you want to jump in VR, so for example, like, I get nauseous turning. So the problem is, let's say I'm coming down, and I need to get under here and turn. Then I need to turn back, and I need to get under here and turn. That would make me nauseous. Like, just doing it in regular game, looking too intently will bug me. And so, like, the best thing to do with VR, for me at least, is get it all set up. And, like, we just did a long trip from the harbor all the way bottom right up. We're in 6 Bravo right now, 6 Alpha Bravo. And so, you know, it would be good to then jump into VR, so you can save it and then jump in, and then you could do the actual trip if you wanted in VR. And, you know, because it makes me nauseous doing too much groundwork. And the walking makes me a little nauseous. Well, the walking's fine. It's the turning that sucks. And so, you know, for me, that would be a good time to then jump in VR for the trip, because, like, you're standing in the cab, you're doing a little turning, but it's really cool to be able to grab the different items and kind of feel immersed in there. So I think that's kind of a cool way to do it, too. I think we bumped it already. It looks like we're pushing it. So I'm pushing that. The handbrake's on, but I don't really care. Those loads aren't connected to me. So I can kind of push them a little bit. So we'll probably call it after this, putting this away. Make sure I don't put it a bit too late for the multiplayer stream tomorrow. Yeah, it was good to see a new place here, too. Especially this place being called a city. I expected it to be a little bit more hustly-bustly, but nice to see it. And you gotta set the handbrake when you park a load. I'm gonna be doing the clippity-clippity here. Oh, what's up? God damn it. Was it 2? I thought it said 1. Damn it. We already went over on time, too. Alright, I gotta check it. I screwed something up. I guarantee it's in the back, too. Damn it. What is up? They're all 6L. They're all going to 4S. What got screwed up? That's the 9 stack. That's 9. What the hell? Let me see what it said. Some of the cars missing from the track. Did I screw up and put... Oh my god, if I screw it up, I'm gonna be annoyed. I bet you some are... No, I counted them out. There's 2 there. Shit. How am I missing cars? I gotta see how I'm missing cars. I might have screwed up. I don't know how I screwed up. Let me look. Something screwed up on these. $461, yeah, and then the back is 668. 668, yeah, the whole... What are we doing here? 461 to 668. The whole is going on 4S. Did I put them on the wrong track? Oh, they're not pushed back enough. That's it. Okay. I looked at the wrong sign. I didn't push them back enough. All right, that makes sense. The brakes are all on. I don't give a shit at this point. Just the handbrake's on. Alright, no clipping around again. But yeah, like you can imagine the monotony if you had to walk over here and something was screwed up. Like, see, we didn't get the time bonus for that one. Not a big deal, but would have been nice to get. And then, so, like, I'll show you this, Alistair, too. Let me see. So, like, you've got fees you need to pay, and then you can go down here and you have your licenses. And so you don't buy the actual pieces of equipment, which I would kind of actually like if you could buy them and own them and have your own. But you can see you buy licenses for them. So like I have that DE2 we're just running. I have that one. 200 grand for the DE6. The DM3 is 30. The DH4, that's these. I have the license for the DH4s. So that means I can just grab them wherever they are and operate them. The S060 is the Steam Loco. 282 is the Steam Loco. Concurrent orders lets you get a certain number of multiple orders. Concurrent orders 2 lets you get an unlimited number of orders. Train length is a certain train length. Train length 2 is an unlimited train length. Hazmat 1, certain are considered Hazmat 1. Hazmat 2, certain loads are considered Hazmat 2. Hazmat 3 is 290,000. I don't know if I've seen a Hazmat 3. That's a, but those are worth big money, but they're dangerous. You got to make sure you don't run them off the rail. Like if you dump a car and it dumps a bunch of oil in the water, you're going to get a huge environmental bill. Like here, let's see if I can grab this one. Let's see. So like if we look here, see the environmental damage. There's, it will tell you how much environmental damage you cost, and you know you have to pay for that. So it's you know it's a good incentive not to do it. And then here are the jobs. So if we look, these logistic hauls, these are just repositioning equipment. So we call them repos. You repo these. And so, for example, they make sense logistically, which I like. So, like, if you look at the repos, it will tell you it's a logistics haul, where it's going from here to the food factory in town, how much you're going to get for it, the value of the train, because these are empty cars, it's not worth that much. It's, you know, 0.05 million. As long as you get it there and unloaded and turned in within 68 minutes, you'll get 50% extra money. You need to have the license for logistics, tell you the train length. And so these are all logistics. So like these are the ones we just did. So here are these two cars here. I bet you those are these right there. And so because of this, you can make some educated guesses and put your train together beforehand. If you look here, we have this set and we have this set. Likely they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we look at one of these is the ones we just did, and one of these is the is on another track. And so these are going to Harbor and Town. What we could do is we could grab those two. We could hook them up to the ones we just had. We could hook that whole set up to this one. Then we could go and put the 3 into the machine, and we would have 3 routes all ready to go. And we could go turn those in. Like this place is pretty sparse right now, but if we look at this is a shunting contract right here. Shunting's moving stuff around like we just did. This one here, you're actually loading stuff for the goods factory in town. So I don't have another one for goods factory in town. Let's say this one was for goods factory in town, and I wanted more cars. What I could do is do the shunting job. As soon as I turn it in, I'll get another one of these for that place. So like if I was going to go back to Harbor, I'd want to go like this. I'd want to take all these, and so I would go preload these. So I'd take the D3, hook these all together, and then I would grab this one, hook it to the front. Then I would turn all 4 of these in, get the booklets, then I'd leave. And that way I would get a big bonus. So we're talking, what's that, 46, another 6 is 52, 59. And then we get another 30 on top of that if we get it there in 70 minutes. So we're talking 90 grand for that run. So you can kind of do some planning and make your own routes, which is fun. How big's the world? The world's big. Like it took me. Did I get the time bonus? I did not. Did I get the time bonus? I can't remember. So it was. I would have got a time bonus if I was able to get there in 73 minutes. So if you look on the bottom right, in grid G7 is Harbor HB. I went from Harbor, we went on that south rail up past FRS on that south path. Then we went on the middle path there going north. And then we're at CSW in 6 Alpha and Bravo. And so, no, Alpha 6 and Bravo 6. For CSW. And so that took me like 70 minutes to get there. So that took, a good bit of time. That's a really wiggly route around the southern end of the mountain. So I had to go pretty slow through a lot of that. So it's a long, like that took me 73 minutes. So, like some of the stuff's not bad. The cool thing too is, it's a big world. The cool thing too is you can do some short runs if you want. You can do long runs if you want. Like, my favorite area, if you look in the middle of the map, like Charlie and Delta 5, you have OWC, which is Oil Well Center, FM's Farm, and SM is Steel Mill. I like the Steel Mill. It has some cool heavy-duty stuff going on there. Likely, you're not going to get any loads going from the farm to the steel mill, right? Because that doesn't make any sense. But you're going to get loads going from the steel mill to CSW, maybe. Harbor gets a lot of steel mill. The farm will go up to GF for goods, and I think it's goods and food. Let me check what it says. What is it? Food factory and town is FF, and then I think the other ones is goods and factory, I think. So you'll get some for that. Food will go to cities, so you might get some routes from the farm to CSW, and so you can do some shorter runs if you want. So if you want to do shunting, you stay here and you move cars around. So like I'll stay here and shunt. Like I don't want to go somewhere. Like we just did a long trip. I don't want to go right back on a long trip. I'd rather do some shunting for a little while. Then when I get kind of sick of shunting, I'll go for a long trip. And if you want some short runs too, you can do some short runs. Like, you know, the oil wells are going to be delivering to, likely they're going to be delivering to cities. You know, you're going to be delivering like oxygen and argon to the steel mill. So you kind of like get a hang of where things are going. And theoretically, if you wanted to, you could like, you could take some and like stop places. But the thing is, you know, you're trying to get the time bonus worth 50%. It's better to like get everything going in that one place and get the time bonuses, I think, than try to string some along. If you're going to lose the time bonus, you might as well string some along. But there's like, you know, down the bottom left is sawmill, and then FRS is forest. Like here, let's look at this big map here. You can see FRS is forest south. FC right here is forest center. And so likely this one, if you want a short run, you could come over here, load up with lumber or trees or logs, take them down here, process them, and then maybe head up here. So you could do some shorter runs if you wanted. You know, like the farm probably has some trips for here. What is MF? Besides the obvious. Machine factory in town. That's machine factory in town. This is military right there. So like there's military from at the harbor right here. And then you can go all the way up here. So that's a long ass run. But I would say, like if we look at what the military contract costs. Like to get the military is it's not that bad. It's 100 grand. But you know, you're doing military for 100 grand. Military 2 is only, wow, that's interesting. Military 1's 100 grand. That just unlocks it. And then military 2's 30 grand. Military 3 is 400,000. And so that's a long run too. So the only place I've seen with military is here so far. What is IME? That's probably military east, I'd say. Nope, that's ore mine. No, never mind. What is this? Where's military go? Oh, never mind. Military base right here. I'm sorry, I'm misreading. Military base is right here. So as you can imagine, that's a long run. So you'd be heading from here all the way up and then into military base. This is Iron Mine East. I've not gone to the Iron Mine. So likely the Iron Mine is going to go down to the steel mill here. So you'd go down. You actually can't go through here. You'd have to go down here. I think this connects. And then you go here and then into the steel mill. You theoretically could go this way if you wanted and go into the steel mill, go through there. But that's the steel mill there. And so then you have Iron Mine West here. That's going to go down to here. And so the cool thing is the logistics is pretty cool where, for example, like if you bring up, so there'll be empty cars for iron ore here. And the reason they're empty is because a load got brought from the iron mine down to the steel mill. And so now you need to do one of those yellow logistics runs to bring them back. Same thing with oil. Like if you bring in oil cars, they're going to be empty because there's no reason to bring in full oil cars to where they're pumping oil, right? You bring in empty oil cars, you take out full oil cars. So, for example, I did a mission out of GF because that's all I could do. And I took one out of GF. I dumped off empty oil into the oil well. I didn't have hazmat, so I couldn't take any oil. and then I went without anything up here to FF to get food, and then I brought the food down to somewhere else. You know, for example, if you go and you take you probably, like, if you take some farm goods, like say you take corn and you go up to FF, they're going to process it into food goods that might then go to the city, you know. So I've been, let's see where I've been. I've been on this track here down to the harbor. I've never gone up this side. I've gone up this here. This is a screwed up path. So I left harbor thinking I could get into to GF. I could not. You come up here, you go up here, you go off the side, you get up here, and this bypasses. This does not go in here. So this bypasses. Then you have to come up here, you go left, you then have to take this loop down around the mountain to get down, and then you come down here, and you come into GF. So GF's a pain in the ass if you're trying to come in from here. So you got to kind of keep that in mind too. What is CM? Coal mine. This is the coal mine right here. So likely, for example, coal is probably going to go to the steel mill, right, to make steel. So likely, you know, what you could theoretically do is go up here, get some iron ore, go down here, get some coal, come probably do this loop here, and then come down, go to steel mill, and you could profit by dumping a bunch at the same time. Yeah, it's like I looked at it, I'm like, that looks like a bypass route, but it was. But it was, you know, my first try, and I was kind of like, it was nice to see new rail anyways. Like this, so this one right here, if you look, see how it looks like farm fields? So like this is all mountainous bullshit over here. This is slow going all through here. This is pretty slow going all through here. This is fast. I can get up fast in here because this is like, got some big sweeping turns, but like this is all flat and fast all through here. And so you can go pretty flat and fast all through here and all through the farmland. Probably pretty fast through here. Like the mountainous stuff's slow, so you kind of like, you might want to take a faster route here and there. Like this is probably pretty fast in here, you know, getting up in there. So it's kind of neat. Like, you know, you can pick your routes, pick what you want to do. Like I've seen all of this so far and some of this. And so like some of these outliers, I'm curious what this is. I'm wondering if they're going to add something here later because that just kind of terminates. There might be a barn there, but some cool stuff here. But there's like a lot of cool places to go. Yeah, but it's pretty neat. I'm happy with it. I think it's definitely worth, you know, the money. They upped the price, you know, in 2023, I think, because they finally got enough content out to, you know, justify it. But, you know, I got it on sale. No, it wasn't on sale. It's never been on sale. But I got it during the sale. It wasn't on sale, though. And, you know, I'm happy with it. But yeah. All right, so I think I'll finish up there, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you guys would like the video, that helps me out a lot. You know, you got 11 minutes to vote for your favorite build for the Build Challenge Juliet. So if you're that late, get on that. You don't have a lot of time for that. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.